Hi everybody, this is Pinaki Kathiari, and in this support video for Resource Hero, I'm going to show you how to add Resource Hero charts to your objects and your layouts. So here we have an opportunity with Resource Hero, or an opportunity object with Resource Hero set up. We have the forecast matrix and actuals matrix, but what we want to do is add a chart that looks like this. We want to add a few charts. So this chart right here shows us the timeline by week, and the blue bars show us the forecasted hours, while the green bars show us the actual hours. Then this chart shows the same thing, but it's broken up by resource name. So the blue bars show us the forecast, while the green shows us the actuals for each resource for this project. And we're going to show you how to do that for your objects here. Now, keep in mind this can only be done in Professional Edition and above, because you'll need to create report charts that connect three objects together. So let's first do that. So first thing we're going to do is create the report type. So go to name, and we'll click on setup, and we're going to go to create and report types. There's an intro page here. We could just hit continue. You might not see this, but here we are on the all report types page. Let's create a new custom report type, and the primary object that we're going to select here is going to be opportunities. And you could start with whichever object you're adding this to. So if you have a custom object or whatnot, you'd start with that as a primary object. And I'm going to label this opportunities to forecast. Right? And you know what? I'm just going to copy this and paste it as the description. And I'm going to store it in other reports folder, and we're going to set this to deployed. So I'm going to hit next. And so my primary object is opportunities. My secondary object is going to be resource assignments. And then my third object is going to be resource forecast. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to hit save. Right? So we've created this custom report type, and now we could go ahead and create the reports and the charts that are now going to show up on the layout. So first let's click on reports, and we're going to click on new report. And so this is where it says select report type, and that's where we're going to select the report type we just created. So I put it in other reports, and it's opportunities to forecast, and create. So right here we have the information. So the first thing I'm going to do at the top is just set the correct filters and the headings correctly. So this is going to be for all opportunities. The date field is going to be sorted by the forecast date. The range is going to be all time, right? And so the preview we're going to say is going to be a matrix format, right? And so first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the opportunity ID. So I always kind of use this search bar up here. So I type in ID. Here's opportunity ID, and we'll pop that in there. So this putting the opportunity ID will allow your the layout to filter by the opportunity ID. So we're going to do opportunity name. We'll put here just so we can see it and understand that when we're looking at this reports. I'm going to remove things like the ARN and the RFN here. Right. So the next field we're going to add is the forecast date. So here's the forecast date, and we're going to pop it up here for the top x-axis. And then we're going to group these dates by week. Maybe if we do it, it's defaulted by day, and that might be a bit much. And what we're going to do is just, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm just going to remove the record counts and remove the details. I can't remove the record counts yet because I haven't added something in the middle yet. So let's add, first we're going to add the forecast hours. So you have to make sure that you find the forecast hours and number forecast, and that's going to be under the resource forecast, not to be confused with this forecast hours under resource assignment. This is a summation. So we want the raw numbers. So let's grab this and we'll drag it into here. And we're going to click the sum. So here our sum of forecast is here. And now we're going to put in our actuals. So type in, so here under resource forecast again, we have this number sign actuals. Again, not to be confused with actual hours under resource assignments. We want the resource forecast actuals. Pop that in there. It's going to be the sum. Now I could get rid of the record count. Right. So now that that's there, we're going to add the chart to this. So let's add chart. Right. I'm going to choose this bar graph that's coming up from the top. The x-axis is going to be the forecast date. The y-axis is going to be the sum of the forecast. We're going to plot additional values, so we want the actuals in there as well. So display as a column, and this is going to be the sum of actuals. So now we have the blue bar is forecast, while the green bar is the actuals, and then we have the dates going across the bottom. And click OK. And I'm going to hit save. It's going to ask me to give it a name. So it's going to be opportunity resource timeline. Right? You can name this however you like, but we want to make sure that it's in an area where everyone has access. So don't keep it in my personal custom reports. Move it to either unfiled public reports or another folder in your system. So let's save and run report. And here's the report. Right. So let's go create the other report as well. So we're going to go back to reports, create a new report. Again, it's asking me to select custom report type. So it's under other reports, opportunities to forecast, create. And we're going to set the top correctly. So this is going to be all opportunities. The date field is going to be the forecast date. The range is going to be all time. We're going to change this to a matrix format. All right. We're going to add the opportunity ID in here into our first column. We're going to move the opportunity name so we can see it. We're going to remove this extraneous ARN and RFN. Right. We're going to type date here, and we're going to use the forecast date. We're going to, I'm sorry, let's remove that. Apologize. This is for the resource version. So we're going to add the resource name. So here's the resource name going across the top. We're going to put in our forecast hours. Oops, wrong word. Here's our forecast. We'll pop that in here. That's going to be the sum. We're going to put in the actual hours. Again, both under resource forecast actuals. Sum. Let's remove the record count. Let's remove the details. Right. And let's add the chart. So in this scenario, whoa, let's get that back. Sorry. In this scenario, we have the sum of forecast in the x-axis. Oh, first, let's set up to the proper chart format. The y-axis is the sum of forecast. The x-axis, we're going to set to resource name. We're also going to plot additional values, and it's going to be a column, and we're going to put sum of actuals in here. And we'll hit OK. Right, so we've created that report. Let's save it. So let's call it opportunity resource hours. Right, and we're going to put that into unfiled public reports. And let's save and run report. All right, so here we have the report set up. And now in the next step, we're going to add it to our opportunity layout. So let's click on opportunities. Let's go to one opportunity. And here we have the matrices, and we're going to add it right here. And depending on your settings, you could click on edit layout and get straight to this opportunity layout editor. You could also get there by clicking on your name and setup, and then you'll find it under customize, opportunities, page layouts. But essentially you're navigating to the page layouts to whatever object you're adding this to. So here we have our editor. We're going to add it underneath. So let's add a section, and we'll call it Resource Hero Charts. Of course, you can name this however you like and customize it. We're going to set it to 2 columns because I want to put both charts in here. And you'll find the charts in here. If you scroll down, you'll see Report Charts. And then you'll see both of the charts that we just created are now up there. So let's first add the Opportunity Resource Timeline, right? And let's make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to click on Properties here, this little wrench, and we'll set it to medium. And notice that the data is filtered by Opportunity ID. You could, if you're setting this up on another object, you could set it to filter by something else. So hit OK, and I'm going to add the Opportunity Resource Hours chart, and we'll make it medium. OK, and now they're both added. I'm going to hit Save to my layout, and here we are back on the opportunities. So we'll see here's the matrix, and we've added some hours here for the forecast matrix. And here's some hours have been tracked by Olivia and Hannah. And now we have our charts at the bottom. So we're seeing week by week how the forecast has worked along with the actuals with all resources. And here we have our resource chart with Hannah and Olivia showing how they're doing as far as their forecast versus their actuals. Right? So that's essentially how to add Resource Hero charts to your layout. Hope this helps. If anything, contact us or check out our resourceheroapp.com/support section for more information. Thank you. Good luck.